Hello, so it's time to open up Epic Games again. This is an Epic exclusive game, sadly, in early access, which means it's horrible, but I guess it's the only game that is really worth playing at the moment. Probably for the next week or so, until some other games launch. Also, this game and Tankhead are the only things keeping me from deleting my Epic account. Play. It's kind of an interesting concept because it's a online roguelike, which means it can either be very bad or very good, but the thing is that the game has a very good progression, so even if you don't really want the multiplayer aspect...
Your mortal life has ended.
Yeah,
Eternal punishment awaits you in the beyond. Yet I sensed a particular strength in you. Come, damned soul, answer my call.
I guess they went for the vampire
Join the
lady.
rebellion, and together we shall break the chains of your fate.
Also, the game will probably get a lot more content, but to be honest, it's so hard to follow a game on Epic because you don't have a forum, you don't have a patch note, you don't have the pages, you don't have the roadmaps, you don't have any of the cool any of the cool stuff that Steam has. Plus, you don't have the user commentaries where some people just go out of their way to research stuff about the game and some other stuff. So it's going to be rough. We are a soul. Imagine that. Yeah, that will hurt you. Press space to dash again. Oh, I guess you are limited by your guiding light or whatever they call it. Yeah, I don't like the archer. A new perk, now what do we do? Also, the map is very important because basically you have an open world roguelike multiplayer map. They didn't tell me stop looking at your map. Okay, let's open this. And you have to open a chest for items, for resources, for a lot of stuff. By the way, the bones are the currency. And if you look at the map, you will have to go through certain areas. This is a dungeon, so you have the outside world and the dungeon, the instances. Relics, yes. Sure. So you can heal for 20 HP, you can get a teleport stone or a key. The key will open the chest, the teleporter stones will just let you teleport to other places. Now, I think this is a very good start for the game because it allows you to basically choose between healing, doing more dungeons, doing better dungeons. Yeah, this is not really for solo. I mean, I'll try my best, but this is probably not meant for you to win. Yeah, there are also traps. I don't think it damages them. Yes, we are a bit staggered. When you do that. kill anyone, and you can also resurrect when you die. I like the creature design, they're kind of intimidating. And the beyond. I'll meet you there. See you there. Your rebellion has failed, so it's basically... I think you need about 20 people for a successful raid. It depends on your progression and some other stuff, but if you want to play the game, just play it now, because if you just wait too long between the updates, people might be already too advanced for you, or they might just play the game for you and you'll not really have fun. Puppy? I want the puppy as well. Now I also have some cosmetics from watching Twitch, so I guess I can see. I don't think I have to do anything over there. Every day, so we also have a multiplayer aspect, like I said. You know, it's like Hades, but not really because of the progression. I don't want to play with the bow. Yes, show me the perks. Empathy. I think empathy is the thing that makes your co-op attacks better. Wardrobe. Okay. This is from Twitch. That's the one we had as the basic one. This is the one we will equip. Want a cat? Or a grey feline? I want a cat. I guess it's kind of what you'd expect from a game like this. So the game is kind of hard to learn, so yeah, you just have to go with the flow and don't think too much about what's happening. Equip the sword. The sword, the dagger, the staff. I think I'll put the staff. Wait, what is slow? Low. Wait, was that the whole explanation? In slot, the more slot. Oh, okay, so this will slow down the enemies, and the more slot we have, the more the enemies will be slowed down. Yeah, I think I like this weapon a little better. The sword is just too slow. I guess I can show you the daggers. So you get the greed. Yeah, it's kind of like the scenes, but yeah. Just look at all of the souls going somewhere else. I really wish they would keep that text for longer so we can understand what happens. So if you have a guard and you have a heavy slash, interesting, so that's a more defensive weapon, and the bow you have already seen, so yeah, kind of decide what you like better. I'll try this thing. Oh, I have to do this again, okay. I don't think I have anything else to do. I guess we can explore a little more, but there's not much to do right now. Impedium. Yeah, the game is a little bit woke, probably a lot more woke than I would have liked it to be, but what can you do? You don't really have a lot of games to play. So yeah, that's also a problem. So let's do the training, if you can call it like that. But yeah, definitely it's not one of those games that you just pick up and play. You probably have to play 1 hour or 2 to understand what's happening. Can you just fight? But you cannot really control how you're throwing the balls. Basically we have to stun them or destroy them. Hey, that's not fair. Okay, so this is the real slow. So this weapon has the problem that it doesn't really hit close range. You have to have quite a bit of distance. So if the enemy is faster than you, you will have a problem like this. Also a game pretty much based on dash. So let me destroy the little enemy that is like a spider, more like an insect. Like it's pretty pointless to slow down some enemies, especially if they are ranged. Oh, don't go into the inferno, you'll take damage, okay. Drop dust when defeated. The dust is stored in your dust vial. Okay. Empathy. Increase the power of your co-op powers and increase the damage you deal with co-strikes. I guess that's important as well, because the score multiplier is much better for you when you use the co-op stuff. Basically, your total score is increased a lot more if you use a lot of co-op stuff. But more about that a bit later. Now let's take the diamonds, the shards. No, thank you, I don't want to train again. So as you can see, you don't really have a straight up progression meter. How should I put it? You progress inside the game and outside of the game as well. But your progression is not tied to leveling up, it's tied to using certain things, like finding more relics, finding those things to empty your meter. Wait a minute, that's all of the training I get? Okay. Wait, what? Ah, okay. So to unlock these things, you need to do these things. Resurrect players. Okay, that's a lot of stuff we have to do. Eternal gate. I want a cat. Inferno Cosmo Walkie, Purgatorio Walkie, Paradiso, Inferno, Purgatorio and Paradiso. Dante's Inferno. So yeah, Inferno it is. So the more advanced the level you are in, the less players you can take with you. I guess the developers have a right idea, but I just don't understand why they would make a multiplayer game Epic exclusive. This is the worst decisions they have probably made, and Epic should give out Steam keys at some point, because at this point, all of the Epic games will be dead in... Well, I guess as long as they have crossplay, they'll not be dead, but you understand what I'm saying. Most of these multiplayer games will be dead on Epic very fast. So, in essence, there's no real reason to fight the normal enemies, unless you get that. Okay, let's... I think it... Okay. So only when you see something that you can do, go over there. It's kind of pointless to just fight with enemies overall. So just do whatever you're doing until you see more stuff opening up. Okay. A lot of enemies. This is a little harder. I don't think... Yeah, we should just go where all of the people are. So try to do all of the activities that the other players in your squad are doing. Yeah, I don't like any of the weapons, to be honest. I think I'd have preferred another type of weapon. It's a choice between what they have. The staff seems like the one I like the most. Those little pets are distracting. The developer should remove the ones that are not animals, because that's quite distracting. The enemies are quite gruesome if you think about it. The Resurrected Club. This is actually one of the quests we had, so help everyone that you can. And I think everyone will try to do the torture chambers now. Still blessing. Okay, where is that? Oh, so that's only a temporary thing. It's not really worth it from what I can see. Okay, let's get our stuff and let's head to the torture chamber. If that makes sense, I don't know, it sounds weird. Hey, let's go to the... Are you ready? Let's go to the torture chamber. I don't think they stack, so once it's filled up, you should really go for the upgrade shrine. Okay, so they're over there. Oh man, my squad is not doing anything. I guess we should get the key. We don't have the stones. Wait a second. Is that over there? Nah, let's just go in here. The first impressions are not that bad, as you can see. You really have fun with the game. But most of the problems are coming from how the other players react playing. I guess you need someone with a sword to, you know, tank. You really have to hit these enemies because they're the ones that are summoning the fire pits. He does not stand in the trap area. Oh, looks like they're immune to fire damage. Okay, oh, there's no trap here, okay. How do I do a co-op attack? I guess you have to press shift. That was a very bad idea. So, okay, that thing will open up and damage if you're not careful. That's new. Okay, the big enemy ends up here. Again, it seems like most enemies don't really have a point in being stunned, or I mean being slow. Don't have a key. I guess I should have went for more bones, but how? Oh, yeah, please. Faster dash is always nice. Okay, so the only question I have is how do I get more bones or faster bones? Okay, so as you can see, you only meet when you're fighting the boss. It doesn't really matter what you do beyond that or before that. Okay, I don't need that. Where is the thing that where I can use my ball? Yeah, okay, so where does that thing spawn? Oh, okay, so it will remain where you found it the first time. That's a nasty looking creature. Okay, so I guess to block the damage. Now we just have to fight enemies to get stronger while a new torture chamber opens up. Yeah, the gameplay loop is pretty interesting. Actually, I'll have to use up my bones again for healing. Wait, what is that spot? Oh, okay, so it appears on the map even if you destroy it. That's kind of annoying. I guess my big weakness is fast-moving enemies. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that the pods still show on the map after you destroy them and claim the rewards. Yeah, it's kind of boring to fight alone like that. So as you can see, the groups are competing for the torture chambers. I'm not sure what that is supposed to do. You also have to chain co-op strikes for a better score. And that makes things a lot easier and faster. Okay, it's kind of dead in here. By the way, this is an attack, I think, so I don't know, so we don't get bored or something. This could also signify that the torture chamber is opening up, or has opened. I wish I had more bones for kids, but I don't see how people... Oh. By the way, it's only 6 per room, so you have to be fast, otherwise you'll lose them. I'm not sure how that works. It's kind of sad they don't teach you stuff like that. Like how to use the co-op powers. The tutorial is very minimalistic, as you saw. That was a very big slow. I guess that's my ability. Ouch. Yeah, the enemies, well, I guess it's very easy to lose track of what the enemies are doing. Probably I should assist them over here. And yeah, that was a dead player. You have to kill some of the smaller enemies, otherwise it's going to be a mess. Especially the ranged ones. I'm not sure how I unlock stuff like that. I guess slowing down the boss or the elite is good. Well, I guess it's easier for me to do the damage. If I had more stuff unlocked, this would have been much faster. Those are not plays? I'm not sure what it's called. Wait, there are 2 bosses? How? Half of your attack also counts as vitality. Roll that, please. Yes, that's basically a lot of extra damage for free. Okay, so now we just have to manage your health accordingly. You don't get the chance to use up, I mean to buy health as much as you like. Wait, is the ball full or not? Okay, this is why I like numbers. I wish that would have been... okay. Yes. I think vitality is also an important stat. Oh, damaged me. I guess you should never stray too far away from your squad members. The games are quite long. I think you can spend 1 hour or so on each game. It's probably one of the reasons I like it. See, wait, they don't notify you that the torture chambers have opened up. Wait, you can steal someone else's spot? Huh, I guess you can. Yeah, I hate stuff like this. I mean, come on, developers, why is it so stupid? I mean, why do we have to go there and press a button? That just makes it more annoying. Because the other dungeon is all the way over there. I guess I arrived there first, but I couldn't see that I had to press a button because of all of the enemies. It feels so bad when you have such poor design decisions that are just, you know, annoying the players. Yeah, fighting them is useless. Like, it's not as useless as it seems, but again... this is interesting. Kind of like the bleak atmosphere of the game. Okay, so basically I'm left without a choice since I don't have a dungeon, since I don't know what those people are doing instead of coming to the dungeon. I guess it's trickier to go to this dungeon. Oh no, not a chance. Okay, so they don't damage you on touch, they only damage you with their little attack. But their flare, there are other enemies mixed in with these guys. Deal damage. Well, that was a lot of work. Come on, die already. Yeah, I think the daggers are much better to fight single units. So this is a chest which probably has more items than the other stuff. Oh, I guess they filled up this thing. While I was messing around, they finished the dungeon. Or they filled it. The only problem in a game like this is the huge amount of time you have to wait before something happens. Because you cannot fill your little bottle without going into a torture chamber. Yeah, okay. So I guess you have nothing to do unless you do a lot more damage, because you cannot solo the enemies. Yeah, this is probably the weakest part of the game, or... I guess it could be better if the developers had more events. But I think the whole point is to not have an event for everyone. How do I get more bones? I guess just by exploring. And being careful not to die. Cannot do that alone. I guess your best bet is... But no, I think the enemies respawn. Okay, so that can be done. You can definitely steal the resources if you're fast enough. Or lucky enough, I guess. Okay. Oh, I definitely see a pattern, a bad pattern, so if you're in a party, you'll just... I guess the downside will be that sometimes you'll get in a dungeon with your entire party. I definitely need to spend more time exploring. Part of the map I didn't explore at all. Oh, we have one of those as well. You can find artifacts in the chest. Interesting. It's getting very dangerous. Need to find a group. Why did the area suddenly... Oh, you have to rush to the ascension stuff. Oh, come on. What a stupid tutorial, if you can even call this a tutorial. I guess you have to rush to the closest thing you have, but as... Cannot believe... See, this is the type of game that I hate, absolutely hate. The developers have such great ideas, but then they ruin everything by doing something stupid like this. How are you supposed to know? Okay, so I just wasted 40 minutes for nothing, basically. And I'm just tired of brain-dead developers who don't understand what a game is or how a game is supposed to be played. They don't understand that you have to show the player how to play the game, and then you're supposed... The game crashed, by the way. And then you're supposed to kind of let the player adjust to the game and learn more about the game, play better. No, this game just goes, hey, you're supposed to know everything about the game before you play it. These games are so frustrating to play. I think I'll play one game offline or off camera, and then I'll play in the next one on camera. Oh man, it's definitely a hard game to love, because this is like Dota. Dota would be great if you would actually be happy with your time spent in the game. No, you just died because they forgot to tell you. I was so close to finishing those as well. The perks, I think they're very hard to unlock. What did we get? Okay, so I have something for each of them. It's to reclaim. To get more crystals. At least we revived the player, which was pretty hard to do. We got the Crown of Immortality, did that. How do you even cast Shift? What is my power gauge? I guess this is my power gauge, again, very poorly explained. Okay, so what we found so far. I guess this is the entire game more or less. I'm not sure what are you supposed to do with the crystals. Okay, let's see what we have over here. Basically trash. How do I progress with the crystals? I guess you have to look at the compendium. Let's see at the compendium where we have to spend the crystals. That's such a stupid way. I mean, you have to design a better tutorial if you're going to do early access. No, they just don't care. The developers these days don't care anymore about anything. Acrylics, bone, dash, I understand that, but what about eternal shards? Oh, that you can use in the Darkwood. So how do you use them? This is so stupid. I am not sure. I guess you have to look at this to understand better, but... I guess you have to go and see what the lady with the perks has to tell us. I guess you have to play with all of the weapons to get all of the feats done. You can only have one perk at a time, and you can buy more perks. They don't really help you, do they? Or do they help you? My health is 110. That's how you're supposed to use them. Well, that makes absolutely zero sense. Yeah, what is this nonsense? So I guess I equipped that one and I need to reach level 4 to unlock another perk. Okay, that makes sense. See you next time. Bye bye.